I'm Kendall Montgomery, and this is Ultimate Concealed Carry News. Each week we assemble the top stories from network news, online news outlets, and videos relevant to you, bringing you your weekly gun news all in one place. On this week's show, John Kerry signs the UN Arms Treaty, a concealed carry gun owner emerges as a hero in the Kenya Mall Massacre, and some of the nation's favorite coffee shops reveal their gun policies. Our top story. Secretary of State John Kerry has signed the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty. The treaty would regulate the international trade of conventional weapons to reduce illegal arms and ammunition trafficking in order to keep weapons out of the hands of human rights abusers, such as organized crime, terrorists, and militias around the world. So how does this affect American gun owners? Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Napolitano explains.
The treaty would have no effect in the United States unless and until it's ratified by 2/3 of the United States Senate, a near political impossibility, correct. So what would the treaty do? The treaty might affect the ability of importers in the United States to import from other countries certain amounts of ammunition and weapons, but the treaty could not affect your right to keep and bear arms in this country.
The treaty must still be ratified by the Senate, which is unlikely to happen with the 130 members of Congress openly opposing the treaty. And because it can't trump the U.S. Constitution, it won't affect your right to carry in America. But it does raise some issues that are concerning. The treaty will almost certainly affect the price and availability of foreign-made guns, and it encourages member nations to track all gun sales. The NRA says data kept on the end users of imported arms is a de facto registry of law-abiding firearms owners, which is a violation of federal law. Even worse, the treaty could be construed to require such a registry to be made available to foreign governments. Republican Congressman Mike Kelly of Pennsylvania takes the NRA's concerns even further, asking why would we allow dictators to have a say in our trade policies?
Secretary Clinton says, as far as gun policy, we have the gold standard. Now my question is then, why would the United States of America, the greatest defender of freedom and liberty, ever go to the table with countries that have a pretty bad track record of defending freedom and liberty, and all of a sudden allowing somebody else to determine what our trade policies will be?
So is the UN Arms Treaty a good thing in order to regulate illegal arms trafficking across the world? Or is there too much at risk for future gun rights to be in the hands of a 3/4 majority of foreign nations? Be a part of the debate. Post your thoughts on the matter or click here. Last week in Kenya, masked gunmen stormed into a crowded mall in Nairobi on Saturday and shot dead at least 39 people and wounded more than 150. Shoppers inside the mall immediately began fleeing from the gunfire, hurling their bodies over their children and jumping into ventilation shafts to save themselves as a Somali terrorist group moved through the mall, shooting shoppers in the head. But among the chaos was a hero. A retired British Marine was having coffee at the mall when the violence broke out. The ex-Marine, armed with a handgun, drew his gun and leaped into action and never stopped. He risked his life to save about 100 people from the massacre, running in and out at least a dozen times to shepherd frightened civilians to safety. The hero's identity is unknown for security reasons, but he is pictured here with his handgun tucked into his waistband, comforting two distraught women that he rescued, reminding everyone that sometimes a good man with a gun can make all the difference in the world. A couple of weeks ago, Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz issued a statement requesting that customers no longer carry weapons into their stores.
We are not pro or anti-gun. We've just come to the conclusion that in the best interest of our customers and our own people, that customers who are carrying a gun legally should not bring them inside a Starbucks store. And we also have said this is not a ban. And in fact, anyone who's carrying a gun, we will serve them with a smile. We won't make them feel uncomfortable, but we just think it's in the best interest of our own company if guns are not part of the Starbucks experience.
While the coffee giant maintains they are not anti-gun and claims they will not be asking their customers who are seen carry a gun to leave their stores, NRA spokesman Kolian Noir addresses their so-called non-anti-gun stance.
In the wake of Starbucks coming out of the proverbial anti-gun closet, yes, I said anti-gun, because when you request that I don't bring my gun with me into your store, that's an anti-gun stance. Think about it. If you said, we're not pro or anti-gay, but please, all gay people, we respectfully ask that you not bring your gayness into the store. I mean, we'll still serve you, but if you can leave the gayness at the door, we would much appreciate it. My issue with the Starbucks open letter or request that we don't bring our guns in there is the fact that they're singling out responsible gun owners over a whole host of other jackasses that come into Starbucks. I've spent a third of my life studying in Starbucks to get through law school, and every single time it was me, my law books, Mrs. Caramel Frappuccino, and Mr. Glock 19. I know what goes on in a Starbucks. The least of your concern is me and my concealed Glock.
But Starbucks isn't the only company clarifying their stance on their customers carrying firearms into their stores. Starbucks coffee competitors, McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts, have issued statements to Business Insider this week, and it turns out they are gun neutral. McDonald's spokeswoman Lisa McComb states, "We recognize that there is a lot of emotion and passion surrounding the issue of firearms and open carry weapons laws. And while we respect the differing views of all of our customers, McDonald's company-owned restaurants follow local, state, and federal laws as it relates to open carry weapons in our restaurants." And Dunkin' Donuts spokeswoman Michelle King states, "Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins restaurants are owned and operated by individual franchisees who are required to follow all federal, state, and local laws with regard to firearms." Up until a few weeks ago, Starbucks customers could expect this same neutral policy. But now with the CEO's new request, it looks like gun owners may be frequenting Starbucks competitors a bit more often. That's all for this week. I'm Kendall Montgomery. Thank you for watching. Stay connected. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.